right now. We're doing something special where you are. Actually, this is the perfect day to die weekend. One off. We got the ladies from Queen of the Ring in the building. We got Myverse. We got Bonnie. And we're excited. February 7th, Queen of the Ring, BB Kings. It's going to be crazy. Make sure you get the tickets. But we on Real Nigga Time right now, right? Yeah. TV.tv, so I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead.
What up, it's your girl Myverse, poet/MC, representing the Rocksteady crew, Orlando, Florida. Bars and broad straps, URL, Queen of the Ring. Yo, thank you so much, Norm, for having me here. Pop Wanzel, salute. Making this happen. Let's go.
Hey, yo, it's Bonnie Godiva. You already know. YO to BK, we in the building. YTG all day, Queen of the Ring, all that good shit. Let's get it.
Hold up. We flipped the coin already. Myverse on the coin toss, right? Bonnie's going first. Ready?
You see all this shit right here? You're welcome. Consider this an early Christmas present. Because it's a gift you even wrapping in my presence. You've been captioned every second, gotta at me every mention, just been asking for attention. You worried if I'm a bail B? Well, this is a jail fee. I'm about to tax you every sentence.
What else?
Really? Now that I'm getting paid here, bitch, I weaved that battle. And I don't need this battle to get you smacked with an extension. I should have docked her pay. But they told me be patient with my verse. Well, I don't got a ghostwriter. The fuck I look like waiting on my verse? They say you diverse. Well, that's no biggie. You ready to diverse? Because my verse, even Eminem couldn't stand. My verse, even Eminem couldn't stand. That's suicide verse. How? Because my verse, even Eminem couldn't stand. That's suicide verse. How my verse will leave you exposed after it boom? You would think I gave suicide verse, yeah. Shit is Philip. How my verse will leave you exposed after it boom? You would think I gave suicide verse, yeah. Shit is Philip. What's in my hand? Quentin Miller, don't make me write verse. Wait, out of all the rappers you know, though, so it's real dead serious shit. Top 5 dead or alive. You picked Jada Kiss? Well, that's a Y verse, but thinking you out of this world? I'll catch that later.
What else?
You picked Jada Kiss? Well, that's a Y verse, but thinking you out of this world? Mama, stop it. After I give Johnny Rockets, it's you and I verse. Slip up, because when I put a thought in a box, it ain't a suggestion. And where does this 40 go? Rhetorical, to answer questions. I'll let a couple get at them to even their rib buckle. One word and the pop gon' ground you. This kid trouble. But if the money official, my ratchet wig on stage, Miss Hustle, 6 ring. I'll let a couple get at them to even their rib buckle. One word and the pop gon' ground you. This kid trouble. But if the money official, my ratchet wig on stage, Miss Hustle, 6 ring back to back for the green, I'm Bill Russell. I know y'all like, leave Holmes alone. Like I encountered fit to encounter a counterfeit, man, you niggas got me furious. You could bet the bank on it that every stock's in bonds, so why would I take a D verse if I took the money serious? Y'all know I only kill for the bills? So if you be a trick's kiddo, I steal daughters. You wouldn't have to punch your way out this box, I kill smarter. A pie may show you I'm nothing but a snake. Come dance with a real mamba. My pimp hand sharp by Will Scarra. I cut bitches for talking out the side of their face. Bill's father. I ain't gotta imagine this shit, bitch. You gotta imagine a line. I be rushing to get out of bars. You be rushing to get your bars out. Y'all see how different we be battling time? Your man's cap can fly in the crowd over half of a line. Don't get your own slap. That won't help your character shine.
They'll get that later.
Just be the hippie Orlando bitch that you are. Don't rap about shit that you not about. Because if you don't think I'ma bully you, I'm too big for a mid to school. Play tough and get knocked out. When the 9 approaching is get ate up or clocked out, cause the 2 spray like it's school grades or a boobs mate. A couple drop out. I already told you I'm on.
What else?
I already told you I'm on some other shit. I could have raised you, bitch. Groundbreaker, the housekeeper, the way I made you, bitch. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be battling free, so thank me, bitch. Nah, don't even thank me. Fuck you, pay me, bitch. YTG, nigga.
What up, bitch? You trash. Yo, you trash. But I'm glad to see you made it. Even though you're almost a year late. I told Mr. Wanzel this battle won't pop unless the deal's straight. She robbing Lee's trying to get her bills paid. So since you dine and dash, let your head get the steel plate. You ain't a shark in this. I'm trying to kill greats. And I'd rather drop science instead of math in this chapter. But the maths have a factor in this fact of matter. You're more known. The maths have a factor in this fact of matter. You're more known for giving that face than Jazz the rapper. Well, Shay, I'm queen of the ring. Shay, I'm queen of the ring. I'm queen of the ring. Holly or Ollie. Someone tell Bonnie I'm Brawley. Catch her all happy and jolly, blasted on Molly's, sneakered and checkered like a pair of Hirachis. She right. Sneakered and checkered like a pair of Hirachis. She ride shoddy with her mommy beside her while cock squeeze make her knock knees and body the driver. Leave Bonnie Godiva's body to divers. Your situation looking rocky through the eye of the tiger. I'm a big dog. I'm a big dog. Rottweiler with a collie beside her. She an average show. Sloppy, slider, act snobby. I slap the saliva. Weave bobby pins out your tracks just to show how I style her. Shit. Check. This battle was, check. You want me to take it? Yeah, it's not gonna work. Boy, you better stop. Check. Nah, listen up. No, for real, listen. Respect. Let's go.
Hold it down, y'all. Hold it down.
Yo.
Don't be a creep.
This battle was only a solid because this is what the fans favor. It may be on your agenda, but you can't date her because if the wood filler, you saw dust, those walls brushed like sandpaper. You tatted. Yo, Chase, you tatted a slanted dick. You tatted a slanted dick between your banana tits. That shit's tacky, B. She's steady juggling sacks with seeds, and I ain't talking bags of weed. When she walks, y'all don't hear galloping? Kentucky Derby running laps looping. Just because you wear horsehair won't make you a black beauty. No synthetic.
Hold it down. Yo, Pen, hold it down. You too.
Yo, just because you wear horsehair won't make you a black beauty. Those synthetics have overran their courses. She yelled the math. I'm about to pull my hair out. He said, hold your horses. Yo, but wait, for real. Nah, real talk. Yo, but for real. But even without a guy's help, with all that weave, you'll still always be Bonnie and Clydesdale. Won't let her roots grow. But in bonsai, that treatment is the norm. In bonsai, that treatment is the norm. I could strand my killings on your hair, but that's beating a dead horse. Because if it wasn't for me, bitch, you'd still be battling for free on Smack. You have a stage today because I let you speak when I asked. You thought your stunt would leave me starving? I'm still eating. In fact, you keep giving us leftover bars, well, that's going to leave me to scrap. No poetry. No poetry for a reason to snap. This work from my hand will give you a permanent ban since you want to twerk for the camp. My bloodline bred martyrs, taught ownership, not to work for the man. So I became Panama's legendary puncher, Roberta Duran. But wait. Your family's Jamaican, right? So that immigration line for misfit was a misfit. Check your angle then. Because if we roger that, her American dad left no name for him. Plus your tranny uncle is the gender confused alien. Back in Jamaica, they call a fag auntie man. So that boxy boy became your auntie man.
Hold it down.
No, wait. In this game, if it's any console, we'll just name it Anto. Because we know that's a chick with a dick. Even if you look at the flick of the wrist. But I got this new dance. It's called Hitting This Bitch. And since this is a stage that only matters wide face, titles I snatch fast as pie May. You couldn't try Florida. You couldn't try Florida if you had the tri-states. I'm putting Godiva in a box. That's Valentine's Day.
Oh!
Just like that.
You said you could freestyle better than me. Well, guess what I got tonight? Because you just said a Pie May bar, and this is bad business. Because all y'all do is trademarks that copyright. But that's a freestyle, bitch. Shut up when I'm rapping. Don't talk when I'm rapping, son. Don't talk when I'm rapping.
Go ahead.
Anyway, back to freestyling. I see you brought a legend. He making crazy waves. Well, if I aim the... I'm sorry.
Yo, shut the fuck up, man. Just chill.
I see a breakdancing ass bought a breakdancing legend. Okay. That's a different way to say he making waves, but if I aim the lead, both of y'all be dancing with crazy legs. I can't help I'm sick, though. My whole life I never had AIDS rapping. I don't do shit the easy way. I'm from a state where you could die where you land. Get DOA'd at your ETA. You ever see my niggas courtside on the bench? It's courtside at the NBA. But see your niggas courtside on the bench, they courtsiding with the DEA. So why should I believe the bullpen verse or remember verse when she said she tried to bail me out but didn't mail me out a phone card, letter, or even a pen from verse? Bitch, I felt like 50 in that cell all alone. Like, why razor? If when I was in the pen, a verse brought me sane. So now you getting chocolate. She said she tried to bail me out, but didn't mail me out a phone card, letter, or even a pen from verse. Bitch, I felt like 50 in that cell all alone. Like, why razor? If when I was in the pen, a verse brought me sane. So now you getting chalked the same. Because the walls, well, I'm a pen a verse. Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. I'm about to repen a verse. Let's go to church. It's a Holy Ghost, because I'll be clapping and stomping as soon as they quote a verse. My method is to get your fellowship in open verse. Let me work. Holy Ghost, I'll be clapping and stomping as soon as they quote a verse. My method is to get your fellowship in open verse. Let me work. Let me work, cause by the third round, Clips versus Lux. First the preaching, then you'll be piecing together a broken verse. I don't rehearse it yet. I don't rehearse, and yet I'm still acquiring half of their bank, cause the first ones to fall into sin be the first ones to judge. Like, as soon as they see a ladder, they saints. So let's get to confession. So let's get to confession. Hold on. Let's get to confession. Cause you be acting like Johnny Cash could get you Grammy songs. Or cause you in a Tribe Called Quest, you Queen Latifah when the camera's on. Well, men lie and women lie, but the truth is in the camera. Ain't this you? 4 years ago, you was fucking another battle rapper in his t-shirt with no panties on? Hold on. Let's talk about it. Bitch. Hold on. Hold it down.
Hold it down, y'all. Hold it down. Come on.
You hold it down. Come on. You talking all this battle rap shit, but you was fucking mad ills? Bitch, mad ills? Mad ills? I'm mad. Ill. Hold on.
Yo, I don't want to see that.
Swipe to the left, right? Whatever. Hold on. Hold it down. Come on. Let me get this out.
What else?
You was fucking mad ills? I'm mad. Ill. But you remember them grind times. You must have had an ill disease, because you gave ill to V to battle illa V, but no matter which ill you be, you ain't ill as me. You nothing but a grind time groupie that's limelight choosy. But why pick a old biter over a big dog? Bitch, this ain't the Twilight movie. She like, so at least he took me on a tour to the South. Bitch, please. You couldn't even get a tour of his house. He room and board a total slaughter. I wonder if he touched a core on that couch. Hold it down, come on. He room and board a total
Hold it down, y'all.
He room and board a total slaughter. I wonder if it touched a core on that couch. But I figured you let my tray pound now, since you used to niggas dogging you out. Is that why she don't want to profess her ex? She was just on his team. Bitch, why your jeans gone? He must. It gets better. Hold on. It gets better. You was just on his team. Bitch, why your jeans gone? I guess that make him Cyclops. He seen fire in a bird, but put another mystique on.
Bang, bang.
That's not even the best part. Hold on. That's not even the best part. Hold on. It's not even the best part. Let me get it out. That's why she don't want to profess her ex. You was just on his team. Bitch, why your jeans gone? He must be another Cyclops. He seen fire in a bird, but put another mystique on. Because the way she blew skin on.
Now we live.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's
That's
up?
the show's no match from the Queens of Battle Rap show. Sorry about the delay, but all good things come to those who wait. So I have with me the one and only Florida's own, PR's own, Panama's own, Myverse.
Love, what's up?
first and foremost, thank you for making this happen. I know schedules were colliding and that sort of thing,
Yeah.
so it's much appreciated, more than you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. So let's just start off. How are you? How have you been?
I've been good, man. Creating, just always constantly creating, putting out content, and just trying to expand my brand and be the greatest Myverse I can be.
Nice, nice, nice. And I definitely want to tap into a few of those things, but the one good thing I will say about you, and it's no shadiness towards anybody else, but just kind of going through like, your YouTube and like your social media, things like that. The pandemic affected many people. And I know that you said that battle-wise, you wanted to, do a little bit more, but COVID happened. But I will say, because you are so creative, it really hasn't prevented you from doing, much. Maybe more than, I'm saying, you can't do all that you want to, but it looks like, if anything, you got the little energizer in your back. I don't know. It's kind of motivating you in some ways.
Yeah, like I think me, I've always, my mother, she didn't really raise me to watch TV, so I had to be creative, and that's something that I've always carried with me. And so I can be creative if I can't, you know what I mean? Like if I can't be entertained with or entertain myself with doing battle rap, I got so many other things I could do, like music or, doing department stores or, editing my videos, music, just putting on my brand, updating my website, doing my designs. I just got this new hat design that I'm doing right now. It's the Flower of Life design that I'm doing right now, releasing it for spring. So, I'm just constantly staying busy. And I think when you're an owner of your business, when you're a business owner, entrepreneur, it takes a lot of time. So you don't really, as much as I would want, I'm not going to focus on like not being able to battle, but I definitely I get my fans when they're like, yo, we want to see you, we want to see you in the ring. And so whenever the situation is right, I will definitely, be in the ring. But in the meantime, I got other shit I could be doing, which is making music, man. I love music. That's my first love, doing poetry, putting out my spoken word when I can. So yeah, I stay busy.
Gotcha. That was one of the things I was wondering too, and you kind of answered it, with all that you do in terms of, music, poetry, you do a little bit of bailar, as well.
Yeah, we out here beat girling.
So music is the first love.
Yes.
Gotcha. Now, see, I for whatever reasons, I guess because you're known as being a poet, I thought poetry was more so the
well,
first
you know
love.
what? Yes, I would say poetry is, but like, yeah, just like the writing part, you know what I mean? Like poetry, lyricism. But where I really fell in love with it was through music. You know what I mean? It was music that introduced me to poetry.
Gotcha. Okay. And I know that you mentioned, I guess, your mother, didn't have you watching TV, but if
Nah.
I'm not mistaken, if
We just
memory
didn't have
serves me,
cable. Let me take that back. We didn't have
okay,
cable.
all right.
So we ain't had cable. That was
Okay,
that. You know what I'm saying? So you really,
okay.
there's not much to watch when you ain't got cable. So it's like, let's go watch PBS. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Sesame Street in the news.
yeah. You wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like off the grid and shit like that.
I,
Which,
I hear you.
if you do, that's dope too.
Right. Which I was gonna say, I think I remember from your battle with Duchess, she had brought up, I guess, something along the lines of you participated in dance as a young girl. Is that true, or is that like?
Yeah, ballet. My mom, she had me practice ballet. Yeah. You know what I mean? I did ballet from when I was like 4 till about 11.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was, I did ballet. It was cute. It was cute. I was like out here doing a motherfucking plie and shit. Okay. He was out here.
Gotcha.
This
So I
shit
know
was
that you
cute.
had also mentioned, and Ra always tells me I jump, but I just feel like I want to get as much as I can from this during,
Yeah.
said time span. So not jumping as much, Ra, but nonetheless, one of the things that you mentioned when we kind of first came on was, being a business owner and branding and things like that. So you're wearing your merchandise right now, the hat that you have on.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. And I noticed that you also wear your T-shirts as well. I can't quote them verbatim, but I know it's like my, kind of going down the
Yeah, my
right
life, my
side.
tribe, my culture.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my hustle,
Okay.
my paper, my pen, my verse.
Okay. So who's
Who's
coming up?
verse?
My verse. Let them know. Tell them. Tell them, Uncle Rob. They don't know.
who's who's coming up, I guess, with the ideas for the clothing and the designs and things like that?
That's actually me. I'm actually the designer. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just kind of, just things will inspire me and I'll be like, it's kind of like how hip hop was, you know what I mean? Like we sampled from different things and like created what we have now as the culture. And so that's my thing. It's like I want everything that I do as far as like in my clothing, I want it to represent you, so like I really like do this to like obviously as something that brands me, but also something that people just wants to wear because it represents them. You know what I mean? Like even picking the design for this, the flower of life, I still make sure I put the M in there. I don't know if you can see
Right.
it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I
it.
mean? It's still Myverse in there, but like it still represents something more. Like the flower of life is sacred geometry. And if you study that, that, this is what creates everything. You know what I mean? So that's just something is to always have creating on my mind. You know what I mean? Just always creating.
You know what's
Gotcha.
fire is that it doesn't say my verse. Because shout out to Hollow, LOM doesn't say Hollow to Don. A lot of people, and no disrespect to a lot of people that have clothing lines or brands or T-shirts or whatever, but a lot of times it has their name or something on it. And shout out to DNA, Get Money, Drink Water. So it's like you use your celebrity in battle rap, and you can actually create a logo or a clothing line or something that has nothing to do with battle rap. That way you can, get some success outside of battle rap. So it's very smart for you to do it that way opposed to everything saying Myverse.
Thank you. And I'm going to be honest with you. I do like have some designs that are very subtle. You know what I mean? Like be very subtle in it. Because I still believe in like product placement. And that's something that's very, important as far as like branding wise, because I still want to incorporate still like my brand or like, Myverse in it. Because you'll see like my logo is like a pen, like a quill pen. So it's like, and it spells out Myverse, but like, you do it in a way where it's uniquely yours, but people can wear it when it still represents them. You know what I mean? Because that's still like even within the name of Myverse, my verse represents me. And so that's why like it's my version, my verse of this, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like the concept of my designs, but what Uncle Ross saying is so true. Like it's so dope when you can like have two entities of yourself and being able to like put that through your clothing and have messaging, you know what I mean? Have like positive messaging. Cause even like get money, drink water. That's so yes, get money and drink water. You know what I mean? Like that's that's the key to life too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
but it has nothing to do with battle rap, and that's what makes it fire.
It has to do with growth, right? Yeah. And just having a message. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think Jim's has stopped being dirty. That's
a great message.
Stop being dirty.
That is a good message, everybody. Listen.
The funny thing is, I feel like, I can't say what year, but I know a lot of people say now they hear a lot of your brand, branding. But, fun fact, when you had battled Star Smiles some years ago at BB King's, and you'll never remember this, but I do, and I'm so mad that I can't find it. And I had to look for it. But nonetheless, when you finished the battle, you brought over and you gave it to me, and you don't even know. Like I was, the first person that you handed it to. It was a yellow sticker. It was like a square, and it had the little calligraphy pen, and it said Myverse on it. I swear I wish I found it, but I thought that was, and I kept it. I just don't know where it is. But nonetheless, I thought that was so smart that you would give someone, something like that, like you said, with your logo, something to remember you by. You
Yes.
know, so the fact that you were kind of branding then, and I feel like many weren't, and there's no shade to anybody, a lot of people are doing it now. You know, I think you don't get your kudos and your props for how serious, you know, you take your branding per se.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love seeing you know, my peers being able to like expand their brand and like, you know what I mean, finally seeing what like finding the value of what they do and what it brings to the table. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I always made sure that every single time I was in a battle, you'll see me with a big ass suitcase full of merch, full of stickers, full of whatever, having it laid out for you to be able to you know, see the logo, see what I do. You know, I think there definitely is a different connection with your supporters when you're the one
Hmm.
handing them the shirt. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You're the one
Hmm.
that's packaging it. You know, you're the one carrying these like big ass bags full of shit by yourself. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? To you know, let's set up shop. To set up shop.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so um I always felt like even with a sticker, it's as simple as um, giving something to someone that they're going to take with them. They're taking a piece of
Mhm.
you home, and I've always felt like, you know, if you're going to be performing, you know, you're going to have these eyes on you. You know, don't do it for nothing. You know what I mean? There's people that want to support you. There's people that want to help. You know, pay your phone bill, pay your mortgage. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
like, you know, use every opportunity to be able to connect with your fans and let them take a part of you home with them, because that's something they're always going to remember. That feeling, you remember that feeling, like me when giving you the sticker and you keeping it, you know what I mean? Like that's a feeling, that's an interaction, and
Mhm.
it just means a lot, and it's what keeps people to be in your tribe, my tribe.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right, right. And with that too, we had Tori Doe on maybe a few weeks ago, and we spoke on, you know, 'cause she has a clothing line coming out as well. I forget the name of it. I don't think she gave me the name, because she wants it to be like a surprise sort of thing, from what I remember. But one of the things I remember telling to her was with her, and I used your merchandise as an example. I said, you know, even the tag of your shirt, it
Mhm.
doesn't have like, made
Fruit of
in,
Balloon
Taiwan.
or
Exactly. It's your
Hanes.
fucking logo.
Yeah.
Which I think is crazy and phenomenal. Even having a conversation with a person at work, I was like, yo, like check this shit out. Like, she has, you know what I'm saying? Like her, just great and innovative.
Yeah.
How the hell did you come up with that concept?
Well, you know, I decided I'm gonna upgrade from merch to apparel. So I was
Mm,
like, oh, you know, let me make it real professional. You know what I mean? This
okay.
is, you know, if we're gonna do it with excellence. That's something that I was
There's
always taught.
there's
And
a difference between having a T-shirt line, calling it a clothing
right,
line, and actually having an apparel line, which is
yes,
yeah.
yes, and that's
Mm,
exactly, you know, if I'm gonna do it, and I'm starting off right now with just, you know, designing, you know, just like print work and like, you know, embroideries and like different stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm starting off with those designs, but eventually I want to get into doing like actually manufacturing designs that I make, like that I actually design. You know what I mean? I initially went to college for that. So, you know, it's amazing that it comes full circle. You know, my grandmother was a tailor. She's a
mm,
professional tailor. So that's why, you know, when you get a face mask from me, it's
mm,
handmade for me. And it's just something, I guess, in honor of her and being able to just like I said, have that interaction with my fans. You know what I mean? That you get something handmade by me. So
gotcha.
yeah, I mean, just from like from the designs and, you know, starting off like that, I, you know, eventually want to elevate it and have, you know, apparel for now, and then, you know, who knows, maybe might be Louis Vuitton in the future or some shit, I don't know.
Hey.
You know, some like high class shit, you know. I
Yo,
remember I used to draw like evening gowns. That was my shit. Like I love evening gowns and like wedding dresses and quinceañera dresses because I'm mad Latina. You know what I mean? I was designing quinceañera dresses. So that's, yeah, that's kind of like where that love for design started. You know what I mean? Like it's something that's very deep rooted of like who I am. So yeah.
can I jump in?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Please do.
I'm talking a lot. My bad.
First off,
You can-
where are you at? Because I could see a massive record collection behind you.
Thank
That's
you.
crazy.
Mhm.
Yes, this is the lab. You know what I mean? It's hip hop out here all day,
Facts.
every day. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so we want to celebrate all elements. You know what I mean? From DJing to breaking to graffiti tagging. To my favorite part, the MC. And then knowledge of everything. You know what I mean?
Do
So
we?
eventually, y'all gonna see me. Y'all gonna see the DJ side of me. I don't want to say that that's like what I'm doing this year, but eventually y'all see me blending and all that. Yeah.
Do we know how old you are? Is that out there?
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell me how old you are?
You could Google me.
Okay.
Honestly.
No, you know why I ask? Because my next question is, what is your first memory? Because you are hip hop. I don't think people understand that there's a difference between rap and hip hop. You have a lot of people that like rap music and are into the music of it, but a lot of people don't understand like hip hop is a whole culture. It's a separation from what we call rap now. And I know you to be a historian, huh?
I don't know if it's a separation.
It is now.
I think it's
Little Yachty is not hip hop. Little Yachty is rap, or whatever it is they do.
I don't know, man.
It's my opinion.
I feel like it's what the kids like now, and that's what hip hop was always something fresh. You know what I mean? It was always something fresh, something for what the kids like. You know what I mean? And so like that's really what hip hop was. It was block parties of like.
I like that answer. That's pretty.
The neighborhood, and then like I don't know. I just feel like it's just a different way that they're taking hip hop. You know what I mean? I feel like hip hop is definitely very healthy right now as far as like, MCs and lyricists and people rapping again. I feel like hip hop has like a bunch of arms, you know what I mean? So like there's a arm of hip hop that's like rap and trap and then like, you know what I mean? Like this, I love the drill scene. Like I like that style, you know what I mean? So like, I feel like, I don't really feel like there's a separation right now. I think
shout out to you because I do.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a real hip hop head.
I think it's a generational thing. Like it's like it's to me. I love seeing the new dances that they doing. I love the fact that there is TikTok right now and that it got people dancing again. You know what I mean? It got people like, the breakers is killing it right now. So yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like. Hip hop, like I said, has just entities of itself, and it's like an extension of it. Just like battle rap is an extension of hip hop, but it's just more of like a poetic, aggressive, more about lyricism and like delivery, more than like flow and like vibe. So yeah,
go ahead, Bar.
What was your first experience with hip hop because of your Rocksteady connection and everything? Because people your age, you don't see a lot of people your age. And that's why I say no disrespect to you're right. All of this rap that's out right now is a direct extension of hip hop. It's just not hip hop to me. It's a different feeling for me when it comes to hip hop. But what was your first experience with hip hop that made you become the hip hop historian you are and
Yeah, I think my first experience was breaking in church. Like, a lot of the B-boys, girls, they would break at church.
Right.
What happened? I didn't catch that.
No, I was just
He said breaking
in church. Like, put that
like,
together.
Let me tell you something. This was like the era of breaking where they were doing crazy, like, I mean, they still do it, but like, I'm talking about like landing on their wrists and like just falling on their backs. Like it was just crazy moves, you know what I mean? And so like, there was like an era of breaking where it was like kind of, they was doing their windmills, they was doing the footwork, their like freezes and stuff. But then there was like this era where they were just like doing crazy flips and then just landing on like their ankles on purpose. Crazy. You know what I mean? So, so like, that was like my first experience. You know what I mean? Like I loved the just how it was that, and then that same group, like they did like a step show, and I was like in awe about a step show. You know what I mean? Like stepping was like, I just thought that was just so cool that they can make like that they could make music with themselves. You know what I mean? Like that was just it just like blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? To see that, and that was at my church. So that's why I love
first rap record that made you want to rap.
First rap record that made me want to rap, I'll say Biggie.
Okay.
Biggie. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you take over.
Biggie.
Nah, you good.
Oh wait, I'm trying to think. Okay, so it was Biggie, One More Chance, and then if I tell y'all, okay, all right, so I'll tell you like one of the first songs that I ever like learned how to rap was "Señorita" by
Cameron,
by Puffy.
Oh, okay.
By
With the mommy Benaki, I want to.
Can't you see? Baby, got me for me.
Oh man.
You know I had to finish it. Baby, come.
Right. What was the first record you bought with all those records behind you?
This is actually the lab. This is actually like where like I record and everything. So this is like part of like the engineering team and everything that we have. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
For
So,
sure.
you know, one thing too, and not for nothing, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. When I saw the Duchess battle, this was some years ago, and I believe it was your third round, and you started naming all these like female artists, and you even said fucking Ladybug from Diggable Planets.
Yes.
At that point I was like, yo, there's no way this young ass girl knows all these people.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
she's
Ignorance
cool
on my
like
part.
that.
So yeah, nah, man. So let me tell you. So like honestly though, like so this is the thing. Like when I was in high school, I was like, yo, you know what? We were told like we had to do a timeline. We had to do a timeline of something. And so I was like, you know what? I want to study the culture. You know what I mean? Like I want to study it, like the history, like the first MCs, the first female MCs, and like actually learn the timeline of each like MC that came out. And so, you know, at that time, you know, I wanted to represent females in rap, and like what better way than to do it as a scheme. And so, you know, to me, I wanted to pick the MCs that really affected me, you know, and that stood out to me. Like Bahamadia is one of my favorites, like of all times. I love Bahamadia, like her flow, like just the way she came in. She was so like water, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, like that's what I really wanted as far as like that scheme that I did for Duchess. For real, that was just, yeah. I could have put way more in there, you know what I mean? Now I put a ton. We did it in 2021.
Gotcha. Another thing, I guess, that you another skill or talent that you have. Not too long ago, I think you all did the Don't Rush challenge, you know, but y'all all were like rapping and things like that. If I'm not mistaken, from watching Misfits, my Dem Advice show, you were kind of integral, I think, or intricate in more so kind of doing the editing or something like that along those lines.
Yeah, I pretty much coordinated the whole thing. Like, I don't want to say, oh, you know what? Let me not say that before the girls be like, nah. It was a very much a joint effort, but it was definitely the one that coordinated as far as like, you know, when you got the bottle and you put the bottle, like if you're going to hand it to the next person, it has to be on your left side. So it was just kind of coordinating and pairing up everybody together to be able to like, okay, you know, this person's going to go first, and this person is going to go first, and this person, or first, like this person's going to go first, and the next person. And so like, you know, we wanted to, Lady Luck is actually, I believe Lady Luck is the one that was like, yo, let's rap on this record. It was Lady Luck or Gaddis. I thought it was Gaddis, and Lady Luck, like, it was mine. I was like, okay, so it might have been you. I don't know. But they ended up saying like, let's rap on it. Okay. I mean, do I go through the whole process though? Like I just pretty much kind of like paste it all together, put it all together, had the record mixed, you know what I mean? Had, you know, everybody send me their vocals,
And then, I edited the video, and then, just pretty much coordinated as far as like curating the video. That's what I did. You know what I mean? I curated as far as like putting it together. And then it was a joint effort though, for all of us to like, figure out who was going to go first, who was going to go second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on and so on. So, yeah.
Who was everybody on that record?
Say it again.
Who was everybody on it?
Lady Luck, me, Jada Ray. I'm listening to the song so I can know. Misfit, Hustle, Gaddis, Bonnie, Shayna, RX. Who else? Star Lady
Red Bands.
Star Girl Lady Red. And then I was gonna say International Red Bands. That's her Instagram. Make sure y'all go follow her. You know what I mean? And Norma Bates. She closed it out. She's like, when we come outside, what we doing?
Trying to figure out when we get outside, what we doing.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I remember from that. Yeah.
Because we always like, what we doing?
Right.
Yeah.
And shout out to you, because I don't know if people even paid attention. But you said you edited the video.
Yeah. And I made sure everybody had to be like on point. Like there was a point where like it was funny like doing it because at first, so Lady Luck, because we were all supposed to look like really, just in our house, and then we dress up. Like that's how it's supposed to look. Lady Luck, when she sent in her clips, she was like mad pretty. And the first we're like, nah, you can't be pretty. Like she had makeup on, but she was dressed like, like a like an AG, you know what I mean? And so then, so we were like, nah, you have to be like, dressed down in some sweats or whatever and chilling in your house. So that was funny. She was like, nah, son. And then she eventually did it. And we were like, thank you. It was nice. It was definitely a process. And it was nice because, it kind of just like brought us all together. It was real nice. And then everybody just was like, bye.
I brought that up because, like I said, just listening to this conversation, you're very talented. You know what I mean? A lot of people, sorry, but a lot of people just like you because you're beautiful, because you're attractive. But they don't understand what's under that. You know what I mean? You are very talented. You know what I mean? It's not easy to edit videos or break dance or write songs or shit like. It's not easy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure you get your props for people because like I say, you mentioned that you edit the video, and I bet you nobody really even caught on to that. They just was listening to you talk. So shout out to you for being multifaceted. That's just fire.
Yeah, for sure, man. I've been doing my own videos for like 8 years, man. A lot of my videos that you see online, I actually won an award for a music video that I did for myself, which was La Pichaera. And I filmed that in Chicago. And it was a really dope idea that came to me. It was inspired by the Kermit meme where he's like talking to himself and he has like the cloak on. So like the treatment was that I was talking to myself with the cloak on, and like, there's two versions of you, and it's just kind of like how we are as humans. We have, dual sides to us, So yeah, that, editing is fun. It's
sometimes.
It's very tedious. So yeah.
Very tedious. So it is fun sometimes depending on what you're editing. So if you're just editing something and it's not really like, maybe if you're not part of the project and you're just editing for somebody else, but I'm quite sure editing that video with all the girls was big. So
yeah, it felt good to see it all, like how when it was all done, it was really cool. I still enjoy watching it. Shout out to Ruin Your Day. They actually just reposted it for International Women's Day. So it was really cool to revisit that and see it. It was fun. It was fun once it was all out. Just even the fellowship of creating it was cool, you know what I mean? So it was a really dope. It came out just fire because nobody did it like that. No one, I don't think anybody ever did it like that. There might have been some, I don't know. I didn't see anybody. In fact, the artist that made that record ended up like retweeting it and putting it on their Instagram. So, we killed it. It was cool.
Right. Yeah.
Now let's also say, I don't know if I'm complimenting you too much, but it is what it is. You gotta give people those yellow things behind you, you know, while you
well,
can.
My flowers.
Facts. And it's a lot of times like I hear you and I see it in your face that you had such a great time doing that with those girls, and they were all battle rappers, you know. And in this battle rap shit, it's like everybody just can't get along, you know what I mean? So to see how excited you were about that project is dope also, you know what I mean? We need a little bit more of that, those type of collabs in battle rap to show the unity, especially with the women, you know what I mean? So that was fire again.
Yeah. It was really cool. In fact, what's funny because like we was all like, so we was so excited. I don't know why we thought this would work, but we was all excited, like, yes, let's do a project. We're gonna make a project. And then we just kind of was just like, man, fuck this shit. Fuck y'all bitches.
Well, what we got was good enough.
It
was something.
It's battle rap, you know what I mean? So you know, it is what it is. It was cool, you know what I mean? And we really was like, yeah, we're gonna do it. And then we just never like kind of. I sent in something, you know what I mean, like a voice memo, like, yo, what y'all think about this? You know what I mean? And then like it was a few of us that sent in like verses, and we were like, okay, so now y'all go get on it. And then you know, it's just kind of it just happens.
Gotcha. I know you're big on, I guess, even with that project, you know, sisterhood and, you know, speaking out, I guess, in terms of like women's rights and things like that. And I know International Women's Day, I guess, was, forget what day of the week it was, but I feel like it was the other day.
Well,
Monday, yeah.
National Women's Day should be every day. I love my mother to death.
Talk to them, Uncle Ross. Talk to them.
Facts.
No, I agree with Uncle Rod 100%. He's dropping gems all day. Like just keeps going.
He always does. I know that you had, I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, tweeted something a while back in regards to women kind of knowing their worth when it comes to battles and money wise and things like that. Was there a reason as to why that was, you know, brought up or tweeted or?
You know, I was just curious because like I was approached to like battle, and you know, I had thrown a number out, and like, you know, they kind of was like, no, we can't really afford that now at this time, you know what I mean, maybe another time. So I'm like, cool. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, man, I wonder like how many girls are going to be getting paid the same as like their male counterparts on Kings vs. Queens. So that was just a question that I wanted to, because I'm like, damn, I'm not even like, I'm asking for a number that's not even crazy, you know what I mean? And so like, I'm wondering like, you know, like you can't even do that. Like, what are you giving these other girls? You know what I mean?
Right,
and like,
right.
It's not to even like pocket watch, but at one point, you know, somebody had to have been like, yo, so like, what's your shit looking like? Or like, you know what I mean? I feel like at one point we should, you know, as women, we should try to like have a union almost, you know? I mean, the guys did it, and I'm not saying strike, because I don't even want to strike. Like, I actually want females to battle more so they can get more bags. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it's like we're just limited to like one league. And so like, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I feel like there should just be more battles on just regular male cards. I don't even want to call them male cards, and just regular battle rap cards, because it just seems like the guys, I feel like the guys are going, you know, on Queen of the Ring a lot, you know what I mean? And you don't really see females now as of lately on URL cards. So I don't know. I just feel like, you know, the more, there would probably even be more of a fair pay gap if there were actually more cards and more plates for girls to eat. You know what I mean? And it's not just limited to like once a month or like every quarter, twice every quarter. You know what I mean?
Right. Do you, and I, you know, I might get shot down for this from other women, like, that's not fair, you asking that. But was it, you know, looking to match what, you know, the male counterparts were making, or just offer me more? I may not be at his level, but at least.
Right. Yeah. Very fair. It's very fair. You know what I mean? I know, it was very fair. Like, I'm never going to, I take into consideration like my reach and stuff, and you know, the numbers that I threw was definitely not in the range of what these dudes get paid. Like, it was very fair. Very fair. And that's how I feel. I'm not saying like, which I even feel that the girls should, like, Official's performance against Tay Rock, she should get paid more. You know what I mean? Like, she should get paid more for that performance, because it was great. That was top tier money shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And so like, I feel like, and I'm not saying that she probably what she got paid, she was probably really happy with. I would just like to get paid what I would be happy with. You know what I mean? And I try to keep it fair as far as like, you know, where my, you know, I know that my talent is great. And so I just want to be able to prove that. So like, you know, once I be able to prove that, then I can, you know, negotiate my money more to get more, you know what I mean? So, but like, I feel like the number that I picked was just like very fair, you know what I mean? And so like, I'm like, damn, if y'all don't even want to pay me that, like, what are y'all going to pay? Like, what are y'all paying like these other girls? Like, are y'all even, has there ever been a female that got paid the same as their male counterpart, that, and they're both brands are like just as great, and their resumes are just as great, and their work ethic is just as good, and like, you know what I mean? So
can I play devil's advocate?
Please do, please.
First off, I missed a lot of this conversation. I just stepped out for a minute, but I think I got the gist of it, as far as females getting paid a certain amount and males getting more. Am I right? That's where I'm at?
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
So to play devil's advocate, when you look at numbers, there's a difference, right? Let's just take YouTube era before the app and caffeine era, right? Male battle rappers are doing hundreds of thousands and millions of views, you know, so that in itself is why they get paid more money, right?
For sure. I agree 100%. I just feel like what the women are asking for is not outrageous. They're not, not outrageous.
Like any business, right? Or any business person or individual, how do you how do you show your worth?
You know, I think it's all about analytics. Like, what is your reach? You know, let's pull up analytics. Let's see, like, whenever I post something, or the traffic that I can bring to your brand, the keyword, there's that word brand. What can I bring to your brand? How can I expand what you're doing and expand that reach? And how can that reach turn into revenue? So whenever I ask for whatever I ask for, or if there's females that ask for what they ask for, it's because they bring in revenue. Now let's think about it. The way things are now, it's way different than back then. It was about ticket sales. Now it's about how many people can you engage and bring into to see you.
Right.
That's where it's at right now. And as of now, like, the females are killing it, because, you know, we're something great to look at. You know what I mean? And like, even in marketing, you'll see, you know, females are used more as far as like pushing a brand and making a brand bigger. And so I feel like, you know, we're not in the live show era. And so I feel like because the market value has increased in battle rap, so has mine. And so has my reach, and so has, you know, my Instagram, so has my Twitter, my YouTube, you know what I mean? Like, I'm constantly, my brand is going to constantly grow. And when my brand grows, whatever I'm linked to will grow as well.
Gotcha.
So as far as again, this is all devil's advocate, right? Because I've been in this culture for a long time, and I see a lot and I hear a lot.
Real quick. And as far as like numbers, you know what I mean? As far as like numbers for the males and stuff, I mean, they're just booked more. So if you're booked more, you're obviously, there's a more higher ratio of you being able to get more numbers.
Facts.
URL has like 1 million subscribers, but believe that every time that there is a female battle on there, it gets views, gets a lot of views. You understand? And so, like, you know, if you're not given the opportunity to be able to shine as much as your male counterparts, you know, you're obviously, that's going to affect your numbers. Also, let's be real. Some of these girls don't share battles. They don't share their battles because they lost. And so that affects numbers. See, it's not just what brings the numbers is like if you're going to share it, you know what I mean? And if people are actually going to see it, you know, you won't know that this is happening unless I share it.
Some of them don't do very well at promotion. Like the truth is, it's like I could call, you know, T-Top or DNA or Tay-Rock right now, and I can get an interview with them. But I can't call any female battle rap and get an interview with them. You know what I mean? Females just don't do as much promo as the dudes do either. Now, I'm going to, on my end, that's proof. You know what I mean? We always talk about this show. Like, there are not female battle rap shows out there. There are some, you know what I mean? But Queens of Battle Rap is every week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have a hard time getting women just to come on the show. You know what I mean? Whether they have a battle or not. Sometimes it's just putting yourself out there and letting the people know you still exist and battling. One thing I know about you is that you're heavy promo on your own. I'm not talking about you, but just in general with a lot of females, they don't come outside a lot. You know what I mean? So they're off the radar, you know, until something happens.
I mean, I don't know if that's true, man. I just feel like there's just not enough cards that are booking them. You know
I don't mean the cards.
Like as far as like different URL cards or RBE and stuff, like it's always like one battle per event, and I don't know. I not even like even this Max Out. I think Max Out.
Yes.
In RP, there's not really a female battle on there. I mean, I feel like I wish there was. You know what I mean? But like they're just. If there was more plates, if there was more like an initiation to like the initiative to want to have more females on your platform, it's possible. There's enough. There was literally a list of 50 female battle rappers. I don't know if you saw it, that was going around in Twitter. So there's 50.
Yeah, light skin television.
You know what I mean? So like there's enough. That's 25 matchups, and then you can flip flop them around. You know what I mean? That's a million, like 1,000 matchups.
Well, then I feel like you have to be careful because this one, if she sees this one, she's gonna knock her out. So they may, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's the ugly part about it. Yeah, that's the ugly part about it.
Can I say this to you? I know it was a money thing, right? Like enough money wasn't offered for you for a battle.
Yeah, like I think it was, to me. They were like, it's not in the budget for this card.
Can we?
You know what I mean?
Can we
like,
know?
For another one, we'll work with you. You know what I mean?
Who was the battle with?
It was actually with Miss Hustle.
So you had a battle set up with Miss Hustle, and the money wasn't good enough on your end.
Well, actually, so me and Miss Hustle were supposed to. Well, actually, we weren't supposed to. So Miss Hustle had reached out to me and said, "Yo, let's battle in UK," and I said, "Well, let's bring it to Smack." And so I bring it to Smack, and then Smack was like, "Yeah, don't go overseas. I got you. We're gonna beat whatever bag they got, right?" And so it was with Hustle, and I said, "Okay, well, if you're gonna beat the bag, then they were gonna give us 8. And so what you want to do with that?" You know what I mean? So it was like, nah, it's not in our budget right now. So for the next time, we got you.
Mm.
And now the next time didn't come around?
It has come around, but it's just not in the time frame that like I'm carving out a week, that's very important for my career. And so I don't know. They have approached me, and I'm guessing because they do have the means to be able to do it. My thing is it's just, if I'm going to get in a battle, it has to be with proper priority. I want to make you a priority. You know what I mean? And I can't do that when I have a week carved out for something and it's going to take away less time. You know what I mean? I need to be able to give you, a good month preparation focused on you. And that's it. You know what I mean? And because I tell you, battling, it truly does like consume, like everything around you is like, I'm making it a bar. like everything around you, you know what I mean? Because it's just like you're constantly being, you know, because that person and that just like wanting to be the best, like in every performance, that consumes me. And so like if I'm going to battle somebody, I want to be able to just make them my priority. And yeah, so I mean they approached me, and my thing is this: they approached me like last year. They approached me for official in April of last year for Queen Legacy, and then they had approached me for Gnome 10 with official. Yeah, so with official, and then when they brought up the hustle battle, that's when I was like, okay, well, we didn't want to take this to an international look, you know what I mean, like going to UK to be able to battle. We decided we wanted to do it on URL, and you know, by this time, you know, the market value of URL is way bigger than any of us could imagine. You know what I mean? And so like I feel like the number that I threw was just I thought it was very fair, especially with my brand and what I do and what I bring to the table, and my skill and my reach, and like, you know, the quality of what I do. And so,
you know, we were supposed to have this conversation in Orlando. But it was just too much going on in Orlando.
It's always like that.
And because the thing is that, you know, I'm a Myverse fan. I've always been a Myverse fan. The thing that comes to mind for most people is, so now we have these two things the way, right? Your popularity outside of battle rap is different than it is inside of battle rap because of the battles you have. Like, you don't have a crazy resume. You know, people say she don't got a crazy enough resume to be asking what she's asking for. But then you have your popularity outside of battle rap with your own brand and the MTV stuff and all of that thing and all those things. So what do you say to that? Because I think that's what one of the biggest things, even within the community, you have a lot of people, oh yeah, she fine as hell, you know, but what has she done? Who has she battled? You know what I mean? Like that becomes the big question as far as you getting booked with a big name and a big bag.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, it's fuck those guys. the league wants to book me. So like, complain all the fuck you want. They're calling me to book me for official. They're calling me to book me for hustle. Like, you can be upset as much as you want. They're still calling me to battle the names. You know what I mean? The names that I want, I'm going to get them eventually now, or maybe a little bit later. I will get the names that I want. And, you know, it's just the league. If they can make it happen, they can make it happen. You know what I mean? I feel like what I bring to the table not only benefits the league, it benefits my opponent as well. You know, if you're trying to expand your brand, there's that word again. If you're trying to expand that, then you got to cross promo with people that are to your standards. You know what I mean? You got to have standards for your value, for your brand, for who you are. So, and like your art, you have to add value to that. You know what I mean? And so I feel like my skill is good enough. And I feel like that the people that I have faced in the past have been favors for the leagues. You know, I'd say Bonnie was the only one that was really like, you know, and then C3 at one point I was supposed to battle her. I don't know if you remember that, Uncle Ron. You remember that?
Yeah.
When I was supposed to battle C3, she backed out like 2.5 weeks before. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's one of those things where, and then we couldn't find an opponent. And at that time, they were just like, battle Bonnie. And I was like, she ducked me. Like, why am I going to want to battle her again? Fuck that. And then eventually I battled Bonnie, and yeah, I really just want to get the place that I want. And if the girls want to get it shaken, cool. Like, they know I'm nice. That's the thing. They know I'm nice. They could be like, nah, you give me my props in my face. So I don't want to hear, you know, I'm nice. You know, I'm nice. It don't matter. Like,
I had another question regarding the money thing, but I actually want to tap into this one real quick, because I remember during the 2-1-2 face off, you know, where it was said to 40, well, you know, why didn't you ask, or why didn't you get Myverse? And it was like, Myverse. You know, and then it's like chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. I was gonna ask, do you feel like your peers recognize, you know, your talent and your level, or is it just like a because we may battle one day, I gotta say she's trash. Now I can't
Yeah,
really
of
give her
course.
props
That's
now.
exactly the narrative. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And that's the narrative. And then what happens is their fans are like, yeah, fuck her when they know I'm nice. You know what I mean? So like, and that's what's and like, and I tell my fans, like, my people that love me, you don't have to hate my opponent to love me. You know what I mean? Like, you can still, you know, be a fan of whoever, but don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I've literally been, and I've sat with recently with 40. She's like, yeah, you know, I was running through because I went on her show. We'd like to know. Make sure y'all go tune into that. You know, I went on her show and she was like, yo, you know, I was watching some of your stuff, and she was like, damn, like she's nice. And the thing is, that's not the first time. You know what I mean? That's not the first time that some of your favorites, some of your top fives has told me, yo, you killed that beat, or oh, that was a fire performance. That shit was funny as hell. You know what I mean? And so like, and some of these people I've rapped with them in ciphers, and you could feel the energy where there was like, damn, she kind of ate that shit. You could feel that energy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's an excuse at the end of the day. I think when I do find an opponent, and I'm not to say that I don't have one already lined up for me, when I do battle somebody that is very well respected, and I do well, and, you know, win, then you can't deny me. You're going to have to listen. You're going to have to hear me. And so if I got to be a villain now, then I guess that's what I am.
So that's a question I can add. I was going to ask you too. Let's just say I'm a league owner, right?
Yeah.
And you want 20, but I got 10 for you. And if you do what you say you're gonna do for this 10, then I'll give you 20 on the next one. Like, has that ever been offered to you like that? Because I know a lot of times people will say, you don't think I can sell out the building, or I could do this? All right, here, give me 10 now. But after I show you what I do, then I'm going to need that 20. But I'm going to need that in writing, that you're going to give me this 20. Have anybody approached you like that? If they saying you're not worth 20, but we'll give you 10, prove me wrong, and then I'll give you 20?
You know, it was like that in the beginning of, you know, how do I say it was like that? Because it really wasn't like that. You know, in the beginning of my career in battle rap, I paid for my tickets to go out. I paid my dues. You know what I'm saying? Did what I had to do to get my name, you know, buzzing through the culture. And you know, my goal at that time was like, yo, I'm going to prove myself to be a great MC. You know, and it don't matter who's in front of me. You know what I mean? Right. I don't care. That's why I was only taking like new girls and shit like that, and girls in even though I knew my skill was beyond that. You know what I mean? But yeah, like in the beginning, like I said, it was mostly like favors, and like just trying to like get my way to where I wanted to be. And then, you know, shout out to the other leagues that be like, yo, we're gonna give you what you want. Here you go. You want this person? We got you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So shout out to leagues that do that. And so, yeah, man, yeah, you know, it is, I've had that conversation, and I know that eventually when I do show out, then I'll be able to get even more, you know what I mean? Right. So, yeah.
Well, shout out to you for just sticking.
I haven't signed anything because I'm not going to sign anything until it reads the way I want it to read.
Well, shout out to you for sticking to your guns. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people that say, fuck it, I'll do this, and then they're mad later that they did it, you know. So, you know, if you're set at how you feel about what you feel, and you're gonna ride with it, do your damn thing.
I feel you, man. And so my thing too is like, I don't even mind negotiating, you know what I mean? Like I'm always open to like negotiating. And you know, like I said, if they say like, hey, it's not in our budget now, we'll hit you up later, cool. I mean, they hit me up. I just felt like, you know, I'm literally carving out a week of like this month that's focused on something that's super, like I said, very important for my career. And so like I have to attend to that, you know what I mean, and make sure that that is that quality that I do in this amazing move will be, you know, the part of me getting to my pinnacle. You know what I mean? I feel like I haven't even like got to my pinnacle yet. Like y'all haven't even seen what the fuck I'm about to do. Like, so yeah, so I have a week that I've carved out for it. So yeah, it's cool. Maybe for the next one. If not, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm very open to doing my own shit. I'm very open to making my own battle happen. Like I feel like my brand is that much of what it is, and I can do that. Yeah.
Two more questions, and I'm gonna give it back to the guy who's actually show this is. Sorry, Nomad.
Yeah.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I know she does it.
First off, is it? I mean, can we hear what this incredible thing you're planning to do, or do we have to wait to witness it? Like,
yeah, I think it's best. It's gonna feel so good when, you know, when the world like sees what I'm creating. Okay. So
I had to ask at least.
Yeah, I know, like a little hint, you know. Yeah. It's just gonna be a really good. It's just very good things are gonna happen in the next week.
We will definitely stay tuned. And the last question I'm gonna ask, send it back to him. Kings versus Queens, 1 or 2 or 3. Have you been offered? Has there been talks of you versus a guy in any of those? When the first one, the second one, the third one?
In that capacity, yeah. I mean, I feel like, yeah. I don't know if I want a battle verb anymore. No, man. Yeah, ruined it. We could have had a good thing, man. You know.
What was that supposed to be?
That kind of was, but I wanted to deal with through other people for that. I didn't want to deal through certain people because I just, you know, I don't.
No, I'm trying to understand.
I'm not trying to be messy and shit, but I just didn't want to deal through other people to be able to get to that card. So like, yeah.
Oh, okay. So no, I was asking more or less, were you offered to be on the card, either one of those?
I was offered like, yo, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Kings versus Queens. And I was just like, all right, I'll get to you. And then I kind of reached out to like my peoples that I usually like negotiate with. And then, yeah, it was kind of like, I don't know. I just didn't follow up on it because I was just, Okay. I want to be on caffeine. I fuck with caffeine. I like what caffeine is doing. And it should just be me as Myverse battling as a female. You know what I mean? And so that's just how I feel. Like I'm a female battler and I fucking battle wherever I want. And that's what I feel like it should be. So yeah, I don't know. The first Kings versus Queens, it was like in the talks of me and Aver because we kept going back and forth.
Right.
And so that was, you know, that was kind of in the talks. And then I got offered Hustle. And then the kind of the money situation it just wasn't in their budget. And so they ended up and it's funny though, because like I had actually brought up Lady Luck. I don't know if y'all remember like when I called out Lady Luck. And were y'all were there at Royalty when she was talking like she was like calling me out and shit. I remember that.
Damn, did I have footage of that?
Yeah, and her talking like, yo, Myverse, all that shit. That's what she sounded like when she talked. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Lady Luck. Shout out to Lady Luck, man. She's a fucking legend. Well, to me, she's a legend just because, like, you know what I mean?
Like, to me as well.
Like, she's the first.
Hands down.
The first. You know what I mean? But you know how people are. I say legend is in the eye of the beholder because a lot of people be like they have their own criteria of why they call people legends. So that's a whole nother animal to talk about. But nah, yeah. So like initially it was Lady Luck. There's just so many. Like it was Lady Luck. Me and Lady Luck kind of had that back and forth at Royalty, and then they had approached me about Official, and then that was for April April of 2020, and then June of 2020. And then it was in the talks of Averb, then Hustle, then Lady Luck. Actually, I had brought Lady Luck, you know what I mean, and to Smack, and then Smack kind of he was like, all right, let's make it happen. Let's call bees, whatever. Smack wanted me and Hustle to battle for his birthday. You know what I mean? Because and this was talks in like January of 2020. You understand? So I've been in the talks with them. It's just a matter of just business wise making sense. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm always open to negotiating. I'm always open, like you were saying, to like we'll start here and then eventually we'll get to what we want. You know what I mean? Because there's so many other ways of being able to make money. And so yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind working with caffeine. I don't even mind, like, you know, if we end up doing like a caffeine show, that would be cool too. You know, I love it. I love what's happening with battle rap. And so I just feel like I would love to see more plates for women. And yeah.
Did you ever battle a dude?
I did. I actually battled 2 guys in one day on
Don't Fly.
Damn, why do I not know about that?
Yeah, that was 2016. I battled in Don't Flop. I battled on a 6-day prep because my opponent had backed out a week before. So I had to like get ready in 6 days to like battle 2 dudes in one day.
Wow.
Which was Villain and O'Shea. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Villain and O'Shea. Of course you guys do. You guys are fucking battle rap family. The fuck am I asking that for? Sorry. It's just I have to, because some people be like, huh? They don't even know, yo. Like, these dudes are fucking vets out there, man. Like, they're like respected and shit.
That's a fact.
And I got to battle both of them in the same day. So that whole your resume, suck my dick. I went to fucking UK. I was the first female to go to UK. And I'm just, you know, I don't like going down my accolades, y'all. I don't like going down my accolades.
Sometimes you gotta remind a motherfucker.
I just feel like I don't need to go through that. There's a reason why I've been in the circles that I've been in, because I'm nice. You know what I mean? And I've proven myself. You know what I mean? But I know it's like there's just new people.
You sound like Rich Dollars. I'm nice.
You know? I know y'all heard my top tier shit.
Yes. Just heard that the other day.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of females actually got on the top tier shit, right?
Yeah, some did it on Cardi B's Up and Up.
Yeah, it's a couple girls. A lot of Fit had one, Jazz had one.
Oh, right. Fit had one, Jazz had one. Right.
I think Hustle's gonna be doing one.
I think the difference was yours was an original beat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you also spoke Spanish. Another difference.
Yeah. And you can stream it.
The one of the things with Vixen and DNA, you know, although Vixen had been doing it for a minute, that DNA battle actually took her to, you know, another level per se. And I know that you say that you don't want to more so battle Verb now, and I get it, but do you feel like that could have been that moment where it could have been like, you know, where you would have been, you know, possibly up for Women of the Year 2022, you know, something like that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't mind doing, like, I don't know, I just don't want to battle Verb anymore. Like, he just sucked.
I hear you.
Like, he sucked so bad that I was just like, I felt like the energy that we had, because, you know, like, I'm seeing, like, interviews, or I think it was, like, after, he was like, yeah, we spoke every day. You know what I mean? You're speaking to your opponent every day. You're going to suck, because you guys aren't going to build any kind of, like, tension or anything. Like, it's just going to be like, let me tell you about my best friend. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what, there's no real, like, guy, girl, like, you know, even though she did amazing. The Hot Wings line was hilarious. I love shit like that. That shit was good as fuck. You did mad good. And, I don't know, maybe, like, Verb, nah, it's just, I don't know.
Hustle too much for you.
Huh?
Hustle too much for you. You don't want to get in the ring with Hustle.
Man, stop acting like we wasn't supposed to fucking battle a long ass time ago.
I'm just starting trouble.
You already know, okay? Oh my gosh, but I would love it. I know that battling Hustle would definitely be a great head to have on my mantle. You know what I mean?
And not to say this is the only reason you can get the battle now, but technically Hustle has battled everybody. You know what I mean? So why not battle Myverse? Myverse or Coffee Brown I'm looking at. I like those. You or Coffee Brown.
Yeah, man. I like, Hustle had reached out to me to battle in UK. You know what I mean? She had reached out to me to battle in UK. So it's like, it's not something that's far-fetched. It's not something that hasn't been discussed amongst the league. So, if it happens, cool. If not, like you said, there's still other names out there and there's still people that are willing to battle me. You know what I mean? And
a lot of people. Lot. You have a lot of options, technically.
A lot. A ton. For sure. Yeah. You know what I mean? I would like to battle the people that I was set to battle last year. Like, that would be nice. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I already have like, I got some shit that I already like came together with the intent of being able to battle these people. You know what I mean? So it'd be cool to just kind of like stick to that plan. But you know how this shit is. It's just like, here, we got this for you. You want it or not?
So I know you have something to do. Do you wanna, or can you keep?
I do at 9. Yeah, I'm actually, I don't know if I should announce it here. So I'm actually gonna be doing a panel with Jack Daniels, Gentleman Jack, with 7 phenomenal women, and to celebrate Women's History Month. So that is going to be brought to you by Jack Daniels. And so that is a meeting that I'm doing right now to go over the questions and stuff. I'm going to be a moderator, so it's going to be really dope.
You go, girl.
Yeah, so I get to announce that. That's a partnership I'm doing with them. So
nice. Fire.
Hey, if anything, if they don't tell you, what I mean, like my Cash App is 15 MOFE. But for the record, I am very proud of you. I am very proud of you because of you just keep doing what you're doing. If we get you into a battle, cool. But knowing what you're doing outside of battle rap, I just want you to know I'm proud of you. So keep doing your damn thing. And it's dope that you're going to be a part of that type of panel too. So we need that for sure.
Thank you. Right. I appreciate that, Kings. Thank you guys so much for having me.
No problem. I definitely want to make sure we get you back because there's more that I wanted to get to. But I know you got to handle your handle. But we definitely have to meet again. But in case anybody doesn't know where they can find you at, where can they find you at on social media?
Myversewashere.com.
You heard it first. Once again, thank you so much. We'll make it happen again. But yeah, can't wait for the Jack Daniels thing. Honey
Thank you.
One. All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really cool.
Nice,
Myverse, follow me everywhere. Okay, bye.
All right.
That's all good. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Myverse.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
So you got it all?
Yes. So
there's more to come. I definitely want to let everybody know I'm going to look into getting Myverse again. I'm not gonna say a lot more, but there's a good amount of stuff that I have more so kind of written down. That's why I'm looking the other way. We need to get to play the infamous game per se that we usually do. So trust and believe I'm gonna be on my dean or whatever to make sure that we get another Myverse interview per se. Excuse me. In addition to that, I guess, how we can kind of more so just kind of end it and wrap it up. I want people to let me know what was their take on what is it, Kings versus Queens event. Y'all could put it in the chat. Let's get the comments going. Rod, you were there, right?
Yeah.
In your opinion, if you had to say one was better than the other.
Which? Oh, wow. Good
between
question.
The first Kings versus Queens and the second one.
I'm gonna wow, that's a tough question. I
don't even know the answer myself, so maybe I just think about it.
I might have to go with the second one. I think that's because all the women were so phenomenal. You know what I mean? Not that I was rooting for the women or rooting for the guys. It's just that every woman did very well. You know what I mean? And that's the best part of it for me. Because we know what to expect from the guys. You know what I mean? So it's like we need these women to get more shine. You know what I mean? So for these women to do, everybody do as well as they did, I just thought it was great. So, yeah. But not by a landslide, though, I'll tell you that. Both Kings versus Queens 1 and 2 was fire. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Looking in the comments, I see Dawu Lord said that this one was better. It's funny because I asked that question, but I didn't even think about it myself. I do feel like, and of course, there's going to be a difference. One thing that I didn't like about this one, me personally, and not making it a bad thing, I appreciate it and I get it, but I just wish it didn't. I guess it's just being on a Sunday was just like, fuck, with just me feeling like, there were things I had to do to kind of prep for Monday and that sort of thing. But I get why it had to more so happen, that way due to, the, incident last time, what I'm saying, that sort of thing. And I'm grateful that they did make it happen this time. In terms of which one was better, I don't even know, but I will say this. I wouldn't be mad if they took a break from Kings versus Queens. Just let's see Queens versus more Queens. That's just my take on it. I don't want to see Kings versus Queens Part 3. And I feel like let's just take a little break and let's, I want to see more Queens versus Queens.
Oh, it's about to happen.
Yeah, I think it's the Heir to the Throne event.
April.
Person. I'd like to see that. And here's the thing. I want to see that in April, but I want to see, I'm not going to say May or June, because at the end of the day,
I think there's another one in May, too.
Gotcha.
I think there's another card in May, because there is going to be you got the Heir to the Throne, but then you also have another card that's not going to be on Caffeine, but it's a lot of new girls.
Yeah, I figured that they were, I think something like that was said. It's supposed to take place in Atlanta or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, what I'll do next time is I'll get one of the women to kind of come on the show and talk bad about Debo, and then he'll come on and then we can talk about the car. It just takes, a rant, what I'm saying, there's somebody going on to get, but I would definitely, maybe I'll look into reaching out to them. We'll see what happens, just to kind of explain, said names of the cards, what's behind them, what can we expect, so on and so forth. So I'll definitely do my damnedest to kind of make that happen. Hopefully all goes well. But yeah, I'm anxious to see that, because I do feel like, okay, I with the men, with the last two battles, I'll say, it almost seems like the narrative, and some will even say the last three battles, but I've seen people say that they kind of felt like the men still kind of didn't give it their all, where it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not so much throw you a bone, not saying that the women didn't do their thing, but it's just like the way that you did that, would you have done that had it been another male per se? I can understand where they're kind of coming from with that. It's funny too, because when I watched Tay-Rock's third round against Official, and I get why he did it. He wanted to show that, it wasn't just about, the whole, like, I can kill you with more than just gun bars. But I kind of, it reminded me of, and it's no shade to her, but it reminded me of when some say with the couture, with the URL thing, where it's just like, it may have gone a little too long. And I understand that there was so much that you wanted to, it's weird because it's like, you don't want to cut it short and people are like, damn, you could have kept it going. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, it's like, you're, I'm not going to say beating a dead horse, but you're doing overkill to the joke per se.
Right.
And it just being Official, it's almost like, not that anybody comes with anything new or different, but Official has heard jokes about her body, you know what I'm saying, for years. So it's kind of like, damn, dude, he's good, he's great, but I just, I just wish it had gone differently.
It's a two-sided coin, right? Because a lot of people was loving it and a lot of people wasn't. You know what I mean? So it was one of those things.
Very much, and maybe I'm curious. I guess what said poets would say, but it wouldn't matter. It's done. It's done. But
it's a possibility he might have won that on the caffeine app, because Hustle got the 3-0, and I think it was 1-1 going into the third for Official and Rock.
Mm-hmm,
so
and I think if I'm not mistaken, she took the third. It might have been by like a hell of a margin. Yeah, if I'm not.
That's
mistaken.
Why I said, because some people was fucking with that what he was doing, and then some people weren't. So maybe if he would have went heavy with the bars, because it is official. You know what I mean? And I think that's what the fans were expecting. They weren't expecting the jokes. They was expecting to be a bar fest between one of the top females and one of the top males. So,
Did any battles surprise you or anybody else in the comments? Did any battles,
No, nobody surprised me.
Okay.
Because I anticipated everybody doing what. Verb is the only one that surprised me. I thought Verb was gonna go fucking bonkers on a Hustle. I even asked him when I interviewed him, because I was shocked that he didn't go crazy. Like, I thought he was gonna come with some real disrespectful bars for Hustle, but I thought he was gonna get personal, and it didn't go that way. I think everybody was waiting for that. You know what I mean? And it didn't happen.
I think borderline kind of too what Myverse said may have killed that was just the constant, maybe it was too much promo and in some ways, or dialogue between the two. I don't know. I guess there's no real perfect way of determining, I guess if it was, I don't know, but I just kind of feel like, in all honesty, I did expect more. It was a letdown. It was like, damn, if this was going to be the case, then they should have let another king. You know what I'm saying?
Well, from watching Averb's Instagram, like, I thought that is what we were gonna get. You know what I mean? So, but we didn't get that. I thought he was gonna go heavy like he does on his Instagram, but.
I do remember one of the most memorable lines, I guess, from Hustle was something like about him being a vegan and avocado or something ruining your day or some shit. Probably
vegan,
one of the
but
most,
of course you would like avocados, right?
It was something along those lines, but that was like probably one of the most memorable, performances or bars or whatever from Hustle, I'd say. I do think she did a phenomenal job. She did what she was supposed to do. Many of them, I think, did a phenomenal job. I know people were kind of like, a little disappointed, I guess, and First Lady Flames, not disappointed, but just felt like it didn't what they got versus
First Lady Flames was fire.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, JC was just a little more fire. JC was fucking going crazy.
Yeah.
And that's why Bab still got y'all making a band. Oh my God.
That was another one I remember too. Yeah. Now that you say it. But nonetheless, I'll just say, I guess, coming from Nomad from Queens of Battle Rap, and I'm a nobody, I just can't wait to see more, queens on queens, as opposed to the kings versus kings thing. Just take a little bit of a break, and then maybe we can build up and see, who can get on part 3. I don't think it's going to happen. Who the fuck am I? But yeah, anxious to see the heir to the throne and whatever the other card is, the Atlanta one. I know another thing too, that was discussed recently with them doing the Atlanta thing. I guess now possibly, I don't know if that's going to go back to YouTube. I don't know if I'm, saying too much or whatever. I'm just assuming. But I guess that this will give the opportunity, like you said, for some girls that we haven't seen in a minute, as well as some who are up and coming and brand new, which is great, because I kind of feel like what this does is it makes it where caffeine is, set place that you want to be. So I do feel like they're all going to kind of come to deliver, because they want to make it there.
Facts. I think so too. Yeah.
Right. The only thing I did wonder about initially, and like you said, it's about paying dues, but I feel like nowadays people probably look at it a little differently, and they may be like, well, I don't necessarily have to pay my dues. You know what I'm saying? If I take out, or if I do the right antic, or if I, take out the right person, I should automatically kind of be, you know what I'm saying, bumped up. That's my only fear now. I kind of feel like back then, this was just kind of like with the record industry, I think as well, the music industry, where, you had to actually, it was harder to get a deal back then, as opposed to now. Social media plays a huge part in, you being able to get that. So I hope that doesn't interfere with the quality that we get from, some of these people per se.
We're going to find out soon enough.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, there was another thing I actually wanted to close it out with. And it's so much that I actually wanted to ask her about, but I'm glad that she did answer what she did.
It wasn't because I was interrupting, was it?
No. I was gonna say, I was gonna give you your Flores, as the ones that were in her background. You did ask questions where, I probably wouldn't have, what I'm saying, because I guess I teeter-totter on not wanting to be, cursed out or, somebody's baby father, what I'm saying, trying to fight me at some fucking event, what I'm saying, something like that. So nonetheless, you did get a little bit more out of it in terms of, the amount, the opponents, so I'm thankful for that. I got to learn how to be a little bit more nosy, I guess, or just, learn how to do great interviews.
Sometimes I just get caught up. I know it's your show, but I do this for a living. So it's just like I get caught up in there.
Right. No, I definitely appreciate that. There was something else I wanted to say too. That's why I should have all the shit written down. Yeah, I want to make sure I get her on next time because, like I said, most challenging, least challenging, I want to tap into.
That'll be dope.
I know I'm getting, and I had some names down. But the good thing about it, like you stated, there's a lot of girls left for her to battle. You know what I'm saying? There's
Plenty.
so many. There's so many.
Plenty.
Yeah. Fucking Gatorade. Yeah, there are a lot, and I was hoping that didn't come off as a shady, kind of comment. It was factual because I think, she might have maybe a good, I don't know, 9 or 10, maybe 9 battles or something.
Oh, no, definitely not shady because again, her resume is thin. You know what I mean? So there's so many girls out there left for her to battle.
Mm-hmm,
you know what I mean? So lot of girls. So
I think it's a lot of girls for most of these girls left to battle. So I kind of don't necessarily like to hear when it's like there's nobody left for her to battle. Even if we're talking about a hustle, I still feel like there are girls left for hustle to battle as well.
Sure.
And I take from that your stance on boxing, when you're like, well, if you are the greatest and if you are the best, then the goal is to beat, what I'm saying, whatever competition,
right.
comes your way, what I'm saying, like beat them all. Yeah. So
the best versus the best.
Right. And I feel like, especially with someone such as a Hustle, because like I said, I think Hustle people view her as being one of the easiest people to battle because they feel like I can go the personal route, your business and this and that.
Yeah,
and
until they stand on that stage with her.
And she's also the most difficult, I think, to battle because she does have the package. Yeah. And not for nothing, Hustle does one of the greatest impersonations of people. She did a good impersonation of Myverse. She did a good impersonation of Official. There may be others, I can't think of them, but Hustle has impersonations down pat. I'd probably say that.
Don't sleep on Hustle.
Yeah, not saying that she's a comedian, but I don't know when she's like kind of viewing, some people are really good at just being able to look at you and mirror and they can just, embody you to do an impersonation, but good skill and quality for her to have. Before we more so kind of get out here, just wanted to apologize for everybody for kind of, cutting it short. But like I said, the great thing about this is that, we're definitely going to make this happen again. So if there was anything in a chat that I didn't ask or anything like that, trust and believe, I'm going to make sure, send the next one to do it. If you want me to ask those questions, you can always send an email to queensofbattlerap@gmail.com. You can send an email now. And if you have an artist that, you know what I'm saying, you want me to interview, you can put the name of the subject, you know, and put your question down as well. Your name, you know, I guess where you're from and your question. So I can make sure to always ask those questions. Once again, queensofbattlerap@gmail.com. You can also DM on Instagram, Queens of Battle Rap. You can send a message on Twitter too. I don't really get many messages on Twitter. I got somebody like selling porn or some shit the other day, but I think it was just like a bot. Yeah, so not many messages on Twitter. And Facebook, you can or you can instant message on Facebook as well. Even if you're not a friend, as stated before, I got to go through Facebook and make that happen. I think I'm going to get somebody to assist with the Facebook. But nonetheless, I just want to take the time to thank the people that were actually here. And I'm not going to get everybody. Russell Stevens, Curtis Dismoot, if I'm saying that right, Clarity Golden, Petty Murphy, Jim Dunk, Deneen, Tybo, Shakur, McLean, Jennings 408, Twiz the Wiz Kid, Show FMX, IYBC, I think I said Elliot Stevens, Joseph Williams, Armand, the people that like the AORL, the people that like the Instagram pages and pictures and things like that. Thank you for all of you as well. Screwface for Dummies, Father First Sucker. And you gotta say it like that too, Father First Sucker.
Sucker.
All right. Jermaine Sucker. I wonder how old that person is. Jermaine Fleming, Graffa. Byron Virgil, Virgil, I believe. R. Kelly Selly, Just Tyson, EA, Ray, Treehouse 2021, JJ Philly. I haven't seen in a while. Oneness, LAV, Life's the Beach TV, Hurricane Dew, Tyson Garcia, OTFMZ, Aura Holy, Ultima, Baby, Born Center 84, Mesquite Cream, Terrell Kittle, Brooklyn Belly, JTB Mart ATL, CONYHD, The One Your Girl Loves, clever name, Kevin Haley. Once again, anybody, anytime you're watching this, thumbs up. Epic J, Dawu Lord, Charisma Johnson, Light Skin Television. You know, your content came up as well. But if anybody watched, didn't, like he just said, what did I miss? You know, definitely had a little interview pop up on Myverse. What you can always do is go to YouTube afterwards and you can watch all of the Queens of Battle Rap interviews. You know, if you missed anything, if there's something I should have asked and I'm a dumbass, let me know as well. But in a nice way, you'll send an email or hit me in a DM, whatever that may be. DFS, Little Monster as well. I want to thank y'all as always for tuning in to the Queens of Battle Rap show. It's your host, Nomad. See y'all later.